Hello mates, I hope you're all doing well. So, Happy New Year mates, 2025, bloody hell. Where does all the time go, eh? So, as a special New Year's treat for all of you out there, I'm going to be sharing some of my future tattoo plans. I previously made one of these videos in the early days of this channel and it did pretty well. People seem to really like it and that, and obviously I'm all out of ideas now for new and fresh content, so I figured, stuff it, why not? Let's talk about my future tattoo plans. 2025 is hopefully looking like it's going to be the year that I finally expand out from just tattooing my arms continuously, now that both of my sleeves are pretty much finished. About bloody time. It took me about 10 years to do in the end to complete them. So as you can imagine, I'm very excited and maybe just a little bit apprehensive to start tattooing the rest of my body. I'm sure you're all apprehensive too to hear what cool shit I'm planning to put on my body, so without further fucking about, let's get into it, shall we? So I'm currently thinking that the next area of my body that I'm going to be tattooing is going to be my chest. I want to get a fat chest piece going. I want to get 2 cowgirls and a horse with the cowgirls facing each other, one on either side of my chest, and then a horse/horses in the middle. I want one of the girls to bear a slight resemblance to my mum and the other girls to bear a slight resemblance to my sister. They'll also, God willing, cover this awful Hebrew script that I have on my chest that I've been wanting to get rid of for a while now. This was my first tattoo and I don't even speak Hebrew. I just thought it was super cool and edgy when I was 18. Obviously I was not. I definitely am now though, of course. I'm going to be asking Joey Salvage to undertake this work for me, and fingers crossed, I'm hoping to at least have my first session for this, because I imagine it'll probably be a couple of sessions around March/April of this year. Fingers crossed, and pray to all of the tattoo gods, because this script needs to go and I want a badass chest piece. I do eventually want to get my whole front done, although I've heard the stomach is not a particularly pleasant place to get tattooed. I've been toying with like various ideas for this. I would quite like to get like a big death moth or like a butterfly in my kind of under boob region. I don't really know a better way to describe this area of my body. I also quite want to get some like fern leaves on my hips. I'm not like 100% sure how all this will like work out, and I'm kind of open to other ideas as well. I imagine like with my chest, I'll get Joey Salvage to eventually do my whole front as well. I'll put up some inspo pics of front tattoos that I happen to really like. Look at those. Wow, so pretty, so beautiful, such detail. But you all want your fronts to look like this too. Yeah. Cool, right, moving on. I also do have a few ideas for leg tattoos. Legs I think will be next on my list after getting my chest done. I feel like I need to try and even my body out a little bit now with having 2 sleeves and not really having any leg tattoos currently, you know. Can anyone else relate to that feeling? Right, priority number 1 is a cover up of the one tattoo that I have on my leg. I want to cover this rose that I have on my ankle that one of my exes did on me many years ago in like a whole other life when I was 19 years old. I want to cover this up, I think probably with like an animal head. I'm thinking maybe a ram's head will look cool and just hopefully be dark enough to cover the old tattoo as well. Again, cross all of your fingers for me because I need this shit gone. On the backs of both my calves, I really want to get something that represents me and my wife. What I've been thinking for a good few years now is on the back of one of my calves getting like a cat, which is kind of my wife's spirit animal, and then on the opposite calf getting a monkey, which is my spirit animal. I would get both of them wearing leather jackets, just looking cool as fuck, just like we do. Come on now, that's a cool idea. Don't steal it or I'll know. Somehow I will know. I'm everywhere. No one's gonna steal that idea, are they? I've also been thinking about knee tattoos, as painful and hellish as they sound. So on one knee, probably my left knee, I'm thinking that I want to get like a big bear's head. This is such a hard design, especially on a knee, and I want my nubbly little knee to have a big fucking bear head on it. Then no one will fuck with me, right? Then on my other knee, on my right knee, as cliche as it sounds, I want to get a nice big red rose. I know that everyone has a rose on their knee, everyone has roses in general. I should know, I've already got a fair few of them, but I think a red rose on my knee will just be sick as all hell, you know? And at the end of the day, that's what really matters to me. I'd want to make sure that I have room for both of these tattoos on my knees without having to compromise their designs too much by like squeezing them around other leg tattoos that I already have. So I'm thinking that I'll get these pretty early into my leg sleeve journeys. Now, let's talk about what I want to get on my thighs, my beautiful thick thighs. So I have ideas for the front of both of my thighs. Let's start with what I imagine will go on the front of my left thigh. I really want to get one of those like lady head / demon flip face kind of tattoos. The ones where you look at the tattoo one way and it's this like really beautiful lady, and then you look at it the other way and it's a big scary demon motherfucker. Those are so cool, and I think a thigh is a really good placement for this. Then if we move on to the front of my right thigh, I really want to get like a big wolf's head that's been all shot through with arrows. Like it's all like snarling and scary and shit, and there's like blood dripping out the mouth, just like some real hardcore kind of shit, you know. I think that would look sick. I also have like a bunch of flash that I've seen by the artist that I've been going to for the last few years, Joey Salvage, and I want to get some of that on me somewhere. I'll try and find some photos of some of those pieces and I'll put it over the top now. Yeah, look at that. Oh, fuck me, he's talented, right? And what a fucking dude. Would wholeheartedly recommend getting tattooed by him. Couldn't be a nicer guy. Oh, look at that one. Yeah, that's one of my favorites, probably. And this one too. Wow, all of it's just so great, it makes me want to cry. Okay, let's now move on to what I want to get as a back piece. This one should be fairly easy to explain because I just want one big piece, and that is of a badass warrior woman that's like riding a zebra. This is an image that I came across online and it's just stuck with me for a while, and there's something about it that just like really resonates with me in like a way that I can't really put into words. I mean, it's a bit of a bizarre image, but also it's really just like fucking powerful, you know? The artist that I'd want to go to for this piece would likely be Will Thompson, who is a great artist based in Brighton. He's somebody who I've never been tattooed by before, but I've wanted to for a while, and he is the king of back pieces. His work is just so solid, it holds up so well, and I'd love for him to undertake this work for me. Then lastly, let's touch on a couple that I would really love to get, but I don't really know if I'll ever have the bollocks to, because I don't know if I'll ever feel that I'm in that position in life where I can go ahead and do these. So let's talk hand tattoos. Right, let's talk about what I want to get on my right hand. Now, this is a complete cliche, and I've already mentioned that I've got a few of them and want another one elsewhere, but I want to get a red rose tattooed on my right hand. I fucking love seeing traditional roses on hands. I think it's such a great use of the space available, and obviously it looks hard as fuck. Then on my left hand, I want to get like a traditional wolf head with his little tongue hanging out, looking like he's about to eat a motherfucker. Again, I know I've already mentioned wanting to get a wolf head on another part of my body as well, but look, this is just such a classic design, and it just looks hard as fuck. I love hand tattoos, but obviously they're called job stoppers for a reason, so I don't know if I'll ever, you know, nut up enough to actually tattoo my hands. Fingers crossed, one day, eh? We'll see what the tattoo gods are saying in 2025 and beyond. And that is it. Those are my future tattoo plans. I would love to hear what tattoos you guys got in 2024 and what your future plans are. Feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button and all of that other YouTube bollocks. If you like the music that you're hearing in the background, well, it was actually all produced by me. I've got another channel where I post beats / instrumentals that I've written for singers to use to write songs to, so if that is something that you are interested in, I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.